Yo, YouTube, what's up? Mace back with another video. Yeah, so last video we talked about trend lines. This video we're going to talk about identifying zones, support, resistance. So, no further ado, let's get into it. So, we will go, I'm going to use the Google chart. So, when we identify zones, right, we want to look for key areas, which would be swing highs, swing lows. And we want to see if those areas can be respected. And once respected, we want to see if it can be always utilized. So let's use this for example. We have this area now. So we have this as resistance, price drop, resistance, price drop, resistance. So now we also have a support area right here, right? So we have support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, which you could also call this consolidation. Price came up, shot down, respected, resist, support, now became resistance, dropped, respected it, still has resistance, drop. Right now, we have resistance that was respected as support now, pushed up. So that's all I do whenever I'm looking for trades. This all is what I do. I have this as a resistance area right there, respected as support. So now, with this one right here, I'm gonna make it clear to you guys. First of all, you need to know how big your zones should be. Second, you have to understand the pair that you're trading, which means momentum. Every pair, the volatility will be different. So gold, how volatile gold is, US 30, NAS, those are volatile pairs, which means I look at those pairs like a Ferrari going against a, I'd say, Honda Civic, right? Reason why I said is because, okay, if a Honda Civic and a Ferrari is on a one way and they're both clocking and the red light starts to turn yellow, it's a high possibility chance that the Civic will stop before the Ferrari. So the Ferrari will stop, but it might stop above the line that needs to stop at, right? So if this is the red light right now, so I'll make this red. If this is the red light and this is the Ferrari coming, the Ferrari will stop, but it might stop over the red light before reversing back to actually go behind it. Whereas the Civic will be clocking the same thing, but it may be able to stop at the red light. If it makes sense to you guys. So that's something I always try to pay attention to. So you will have some traders who tell you, okay, so it broke, so now we might could look for buys or sells. You look for sells now because it didn't respect your zone area. Look for sells. But I'm like, this is gold we're talking about. The volatility is different, and just like that, what the gold do? Push back up and bought. You have these areas here again. So this is where we have to identify now which key area is more important. Will it be this swing high? Will it be this swing high? The reason why it would be this one, because this made a newer low than this, which means this could have probably been a fake out. So what I'm going to do now, and I also see that this area right here was almost respected many times. So right here, and I have this like this. So this would have been my zone area here within this trade. So I have this that made a drop, pull back, drop, respected this area, drop, came back to this area, dropped, tried to break the area but dropped back. So when I finally see it break out of it but also broke this line, I now have indication that I could potentially get a pullback to these areas before I buy up. So this is another reason why you gotta be mindful of your zones and wicks. Some people trade wicks, some people trade until it gets to their zone. If you entered this at the wick, you would have possibly been in some drawdown, or better yet, you could have been out of a trade. All depend on your stop loss. But at this area, you still have a nice entry to capitalize. Another area, so this is how I just do my zones. So swing highs, swing lows, swing highs. Once I get a swing high, I'm gonna put a zone. I want to now see how price will react to this area here. So this will be my resistance. If price can respect this area, I will have price going higher. And then I will identify this as my support. If price was to pull back to here, don't respect it, I want to see it go higher. If price don't respect and break this, I now need to see what price is going to do at this area here. Will price continue to push out of this, or will price reject this area? If so, I'm going to sell this down there. But if price come down here, I'm just selling it down here. Now I need to see what price do at this area, because now I'm still in an uptrend until price breaks this low that made my uptrend. So if price give me some rejection or bullish momentum, I'm going to carry this back up to here. And if price continues to break it, then I can now see if I can see a potential pullback to go back to this area and vice versa. If price was to give me the all the way drop down here, I'll wait for the retest to this area and then for the draw. So that is how I identify my zones. So I'm not gonna make this video long like the other video because I'm not sure if you guys like the long videos. I try not to be long, but I feel I can't leave you guys like I just can't shortcut. I don't believe in shortcutting. So let's go and play a game with bar replays. So let's go on file on daily, no weekly, daily. Now let's just find a random area. So we'll do April 5th. All right. So we're on the bar replay. This is what I always use to try to understand the flow of the market and stuff. So we notice now that we have not just a trend line that's taking place. We're not worrying about that right now. We're worrying about key areas, zones, okay, 1 hour. Alright. So let's do this. So from what we can see, we have key areas. That would be this the lowest price ever went. Lowest price ever went again. But we also have these little key areas. The price been playing around in. So what I can do, and we have this as the highs. Price played around with. Price broke out of that, but didn't respect it. So this is what I'm talking about now. So you notice price came to this area here, broke it, try to respect it, try to bounce, but didn't. What the price initially did after break out of it, pull back, and then drop. So this is what I be talking about when I said that price can break a certain area, pull back those areas. So this right now is what I'm going to use and identify as my support, my resistance areas. This is what I have right now. I will be mindful of this area here to see if price can break and close below this also. And I'm going to be mindful of this area. So let's go and fast forward and let's see what price does. We're not doing anything right now. And all this right now will be teaching you patience, and then you understand that we don't move the market. We just anticipate and wait for the market to do what it needs to do. So this right now, we notice price finally broke this area, retested it, gave confirmation. So we see here at one time price respected this as resistance, pushed up, but never finished off what it needs to finish off. Price came back this time, and we want to see if price would have done it again. This time price played out and did what it need to do. So we're still going to wait and see exactly what else is going to take place. All right. So we know now that we have an impulse that happened, a pullback. Now we have a new impulse now. So we can now identify this as an area of resistance that try to act as support, which it already did here, but it was consolidation support. So let's see if it actually got pulled back to buy, which it really looked like it's trying to do. So we only could wait and see if it does. Just like that, it does. So what you could have done is you have your impulse, you have your pullback right there, you had your continuation right there where you could take in your profits. Now your profits could have come from here. You take your stop loss around here, and your TP would be around these areas there. Now, it's a possibility you would try to carry it to 61, but it's not guaranteed that this will always play out. It's not guaranteed that will always play out. We can't predict the market, only react, take what we know we might be able to get, not thinking, okay, we just want this money and we want this to happen. Market don't work like that. So now we have this area to try to react at something which it didn't. So now you could potentially try to see if we got to pull back to around this area there. And that's what we got there. So what happened was we had the push up that broke this area, had the consolidation because this wasn't really a push away because this big green candle came, this red candle came. But then we had the mean push away, retest the area, broke these areas here, almost retested it, but pushed up. When it came back, what did it do? Broke these areas, retest, and then sold. So this is where we would have taken the straight back to. So that's something we look at every time we are trying to identify support resistance. We can do a few more. I don't want to make this video too long. Let's back out. So we notice we ought to push back up to this area. So we're going to pull this now. We're going to wait to see what price can do. Okay, so now what happened is you have to also understand when to let certain zones be completed. So this zone already played its part where you can still potentially look for a price to break. What price break, price must retest. It's almost true, but don't always have to happen. So we also understand that price already made its break, it's pulled back where it wanted to get there, but made a new push down, which will be a double bottom. So now you now could consider this a high right here. I can now increase this a little bit more to there, make it a little more better. So what I want to see now, can I see if price can break, pull back, go higher? Can I see if price can break, retest, go lower? And not knowing if it's gonna happen, if it's not gonna happen, like that's the market. We live with the results. So we get a break of this area and let's see if we can get pulled back. And that was it. Not the pullback I wanted to see. I would have loved to see a better pullback than that. I would have liked to see a pullback where price actually at least made this kind of push, a pullback like that before selling. But other than that, you still had a nice break, retest, push down. Nothing you could do about that. Well, push down or the push down. We found new support at the moment here. All this we get pushed back this way, and we're just going to use this right now. So we know this price started to make new highs before making new lows again. So this is what I'm going to use, and we're going to do the same thing once again. The price break, retest the lows or the highs. The price broke the lows. Will it respect the lows or not? And then sell? One way to find out. So right now it broke it, retest, sold. This was the impulse, just the pullback, this was the continuation. It wasn't a good risk to reward, it would have been like a 1-to-1. If you guys like 1-to-ones, but played out beautiful. Now we also understand price came, retest, drop, push all the way back up here. So we can now anticipate to see if price wants to retest this, or even come back as low as this before going higher. Because we still have some of this that we could possibly try to retest. Wait and see what it does. Right, so price didn't give you any, and that's what we'll be careful of as well. So you want to be careful, just because you have a break and a retest and you have some exhaustion, you must always, 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 always wait for some kind of confirmation candle. You have no confirmation candle here to say you want into this fall buy. You have the beautiful dragonfly candle, dragonfly doji candle. You had nothing else afterwards to say, okay, where's the bullish momentum? So that buyers are going to take control of the market. They don't have it, so you should not even consider entering the trade anywhere. And then you have the big push down. You have this area as support. Let's see how this play out. Let's respect it. So far, respecting it. So far, respecting it. So far, respecting it. Okay, so now it didn't anymore. Almost came back to retest. Okay, so now in retesting this area that is supposed to break, so you have this as support. Price broke it, had resistance now. Price respected there, a little pull down, show some more respect. Start to push down again, broke it. Now it's back to this area where support became resistance, that becomes support once again. We've seen that price came here at one point and pushed up. But we see when price came down as resistance, it didn't push down as much. So we can now anticipate that price pushed up last time it came in as support. It's a possibility price can push up once again. The fib for this would be here. This would be how your fib would be. This. This would be your fib like this. And you would only anticipate to see if price can give you some kind of bullish momentum candle, you could carry this back up to probably about around here. And stop loss can go below these areas here. So that's the only thing you could have once you get confirmation that you have a buy. So what you got here was some sort of confirmation here, some kind of confirmation there. The price started to buy, but then completely dropped once again. So that would have been a losing trade. But that's what I always intentionally look for when it comes to me trading. I don't win every trade. I'm not looking to win every trade. I wish I could have win every trade. But once I win more trades than usual, but always good risk to reward, so always risking 1%. So I'll have a week where I want to risk 1%. I'll have a week where I just want to risk like 2%. I don't mind taking 5 trades, losing 2, winning 3. Because the 2 that I lost would have been just 2%, but then the ones that I win would have been a 1 to 2, 2 to 1. Like, that's how you maintain your profits. That's how you stay ahead of the game. But hope this video was informative to you guys. Hope you guys learned something. Stay safe. God bless you all. Peace and love. Yeah.